I'm yelling. My
No,
bad. My bad.
no, not you, brother, not you.
Oh,
It's me. No, I don't want to text no names. That's what I'm saying. We had
Not,
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome live from my mouths to your ears. It's another episode of Guessing from the Stand. It's your boy Earl 91, man. What's good with y'all?
you can't say I
this
said
Can't
it.
be
It's
boy
your boy
big.
Big Dell with something, hearing something in Earl's background. Yeah.
hearing nothing in my background, brother. Ain't nothing but space and opportunity in my background.
It's
Probably can hear
just
this motherfucker talking in my background.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like the
that's
jiggulator. What's the deal?
Absolutely. What's good, man? What's good?
what's
Let
going
me
on.
move around.
Man, nah, you coochie, man. You coochie. Dale, what's the deal, bro?
Man, ain't nothing changed, man.
Nah, man, a lot changed, bro. Man, I seen Mike, what's up with you, bro?
I'm cool, man, brother. I'm cool. The same old shit. Well, New Year. You know what I'm
New
saying?
Year. New Year. Yeah, yeah. Hey, the episode title is simple. Happy New Year. Lock in.
For sure.
Mm.
And
Ball
that's
up
it.
top.
Lock in. Ball up top. Ain't nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But we here. It's another year, another thing. We're doing our thing, man. How was your holiday season?
It was good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being down here in Florida,
Yeah,
get to see the fam and shit.
for sure, for
Um,
sure.
we actually had some. I meant to tell you, bro, but I figured you're with the fam and shit. We had some from my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? Just celebrating. Last year of football.
Yeah.
Got his master's degree. So
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
We're down the area.
yeah. It was actually in at his crib, bro. His parents' crib in Port Solano, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's up.
Shout out to D-Lo for pulling up.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot that y'all you know what I'm saying, pretty much a step away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Dale, how your joint was?
What you asking me for? I was with you.
Oh yeah, that's right, duh. Yeah, showing up, man. We did lock in.
Ever since what you answered me for, I was with you. Okay, how was
Oh
it,
yeah,
brother?
this nigga
I
Mike.
forgot. Yeah, man.
I mean,
Dale did spend his
he ain't asking for
spend his
himself though.
Christmas in South Florida.
Yeah, he ain't asking for himself though, man. We
Oh,
got
Sure
my
he
fault,
kids
my
out here
fault. You right,
listening.
you right. We on the show. My fault. My bad. E. It was alright. It was straight. It was cool.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I appreciate it, bro.
The
You know what I'm
food was
saying?
good.
That bitch
Yeah.
gave us three answers. It was alright. It was straight. It was cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Nah, the food definitely. We did our thing this year, man.
Yeah. E and them did their thing on the food. So
Yeah,
yes,
bro.
sir.
shout
For
out to
sure.
Joy. She
Yeah,
did an
man.
excellent job.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. Definitely. Shout out to the wife, man. We definitely had a good Christmas. Kids opened up shit from sun up to sundown, gave gifts to the nieces and nephews and stuff, man, and all that. So felt good, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot that I wanted. My wife got a lot that she wanted. Granny got a lot she wanted. Granny got a new iPad with the keyboard and shit. So,
Good shit.
yeah, man.
Oh shit! I know how much those cost because I'm talking to you off one right now. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. She got the pro or whatever that shit called or whatever. You know what I
oh,
mean.
you
But
got the new laptop with it. Excuse me, the new
yeah.
keyboard, the aluminum one.
Cause what happened, so Fat Kid Deals tweeted out one. Uh Probably I'll say she bought that. Oh gosh, had to have been, not that my granny is a Twitter, but I send the links. If I see a Fat Kid deal, I send the link. So they had one up or whatever, and it was I didn't read the subtitle. You had to select to get a new one. The first option was refurbished. So when she got it, they got her one that like it was like the series right above when they had the wide iPhone chargers back in the day. So it was
Mm-hmm.
like the series right above that. So her shit maybe it worked 20 minutes and it was over. So she was all right. Well, ain't no big deal. I still got a laptop. So I was like, man, I know the perfect gift. We'll get Granny an iPad. So we did that. Um, and yeah, man, it was cool. But shoot, got
I know
Mom
she
Dukes
loving
right,
it.
got my siblings right, and nieces and nephews. I got a gang of them. So yeah, man, it was cool. It was
Yeah,
cool to
you
play
do.
Santa Claus this year, man. It was really cool.
How many
Sure.
of them you got? You got four, don't you?
Well, hold on. Let me think. My sister got two. My brother got three.
Well, your sister get
Sh-
two.
D has a daughter and a son, brother. Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna cut. Well, it's news to me too.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, since Earl people prospering.
Yeah, man. Shoot, and then of course when Malik and Caitlin came down, had to get niece right. You know what I'm saying? And got her stuff for Christmas and shit, bro. It is what it is, man. It was good to, you know what I mean, have just a good holiday season.
Can I put
You
my?
know,
Can I
but
put? Is it too late to submit my Christmas gift? I mean, my Christmas list. I'm just saying. It's,
oh
Boy,
man.
Saint Nick.
Hey man, listen, bro.
Mike,
Saint
Mike, you
Somebody got
Nerd.
to
sound,
do it.
Mike, you sound like one of us trying to sneak in the money line, man.
Man,
Man,
look, bro.
I don't even want to talk about
I
no
don't know
damn
how
money
y'all
lines.
people do, but like in my family, the kids get in a line, and
Mm-hmm.
all the older people and the adults,
Mm-hmm.
they break them off with a little something, make sure they get something for Christmas.
Yeah.
And boy, once you hit 18, you 18, you on the margins. But once you 19,
Oh,
up
Yeah,
bro.
out of here.
yeah. Ain't no line, bitch.
Exactly. I got one cousin. She just turned 18 this year, and she was like, "Can I get in line, girl? If you don't get your, if you don't get your fucking ass in
Yeah, bro.
line."
And also, y'all niggas need to be ashamed of yourselves, grown ass motherfuckers trying to act like kids during the holidays. Oh, what you get from me? You lucky to get anything, motherfucker. You out here.
Exactly.
Oh, you didn't get me such a man, please.
Yeah, so I can get your
Come
shit.
on, dog. Yeah, bro. But nah, it was
I
cool,
left yours
man.
at the stove. Hit him with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yours at the store. But shoot, man, we got a lot to get to in a little bit of time. Shoot, we ain't been here in damn near a month. Well, nah, probably about three
It's
weeks.
two
It's been. Yeah,
weeks.
it's been. Has it been two?
Two.
Two, three, whatever it was, something. Yeah, man. We skipped Christmas and skipped New Year's because both our recording days are on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, y'all wasn't getting nothing out of us. But
Uh-uh.
let's get to it, man. First up, what happened during the holidays? The college football playoffs, baby. Um,
Yes, sir.
hey, man, look. What's y'all thoughts on the first round? Because I have some thoughts. Uh,
Uh, let's see. The only good game was the Texas Clemson game, right?
yes.
Everything
No, no. Oh,
else.
in the first round, yes. First round, yes. Yeah.
Or no. Well, hold on. Um, SMU made it close at the end, right? Or no? Am I tripping
No,
off that?
hell no, 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 hell. Well, shoot. Let's get
All right,
to
so
the let's get to the college football. I'll bring up the schedule real quick, or not the schedule, but the scores real quick.
scores.
You know what I mean? Let me share the screen real quick, y'all. Yes, I want to share the screen. Da, da, da. Select the tab. Yes, sir. All right, cool. Now let's get to it from game one. Game one was, of course, on December 20th. Indiana lost to Notre Dame 17-27. Hey man,
Yeah.
shout out to James Franklin, by the way. Or not James Franklin, but Marcus
Marcus
Freeman, by the
Freeman.
way. Well, we'll get to James Franklin in just a second, but shout out to Marcus Freeman, man, doing it at Notre Dame. Um, Penn State beat SMU 38-10, so no, and that was not
No,
close at
no,
Expected.
all.
no, no. Never mind. My fault.
Expected.
Yep. Clemson lost to Texas 38-24. It was,
Hey, add Christian,
even
bro.
though it was a 14-point game, um, Texas was never not in control in this game,
Add
to
Yeah.
be
Christian.
honest with you. Yeah, I got him right here. Chris John, Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to my brothers. Was happening? Was shaking?
What's happening? What's
What's
happening?
going
What's
on,
What
happening?
up,
brother?
brother?
How
Where
you
you
doing?
vacation to? Galapagos?
No, I was just in Tampa, bro.
Oh, you said, oh, okay.
I kept it
Your
low
ass.
key.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my girl to Mars next week. You know what I mean?
Right,
Nah,
Yeah,
right.
bro.
Let's
nigga,
get
we
it.
going yeah,
Earl, the
nigga, you know
first
what I
Nah,
one.
you
You
mean?
the
tripping?
most vacation,
I'm not.
dog.
I'm not. I'm not.
Earl be like, you the
I'm
most
not.
vacation nigga I've ever seen.
You are.
No, Christian, you are, bro. That's definitely you, bro.
You are.
Exactly.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can't get
Clemson,
on the
yeah.
pod. Yeah, I can't get on the pod right now, man. Me and my girl moonwalking.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah, we
what?
we moonwalking.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. Sorry, we haven't dessert with the Prince of Saudi. My fault, y'all. My
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
y'all.
Hey, I hit
But
your voice back, man. I'm out here feeding my pet camel. Nigga, what?
yeah, my fault, my
Come on,
fault, my
bro.
fault. Oh man. But yeah, man.
Oh,
Texas beat Clemson 38-24. Yeah, it was a 14-point loss, but honestly, bro, that was at least a 2 point or a two-score game the whole game, bro. It wasn't even close. But salute to Clemson, man. They said, hey, look, they ain't missed the ACC championship but twice in the last 10 years. So
Decade. Mm-hmm.
gotta give it to them. Tennessee went up to Ohio State and got them bottomed 42-17. Ryan Day saved his job. Um,
Well,
so
that's
yeah,
because them boys from Tennessee was freezing that
yeah,
whole
of course
game.
they were freezing. Yeah, Ohio State was built for that, and it wasn't even like they played a ground game either. I think Jeremiah
Jeremiah Smith.
Smith
Smith.
balled out in this game and the next round.
Well, that's because
Um,
can't nobody stop Jeremiah Smith.
but let me
Man,
ask y'all this because there's been a lot of narrative going on since the college football playoffs. We're pretty much we got the first year of the 12. Do y'all are y'all cool with the 12 or did we open up too much? Just
No,
looking at how
Um,
lopsided these scores were.
I'm,
mm, I'm cool with it.
I think it's hard
Yeah.
to tell because it's the first year. Like
can we stop with the? Oh,
we're
go ahead, Chris.
accustomed to what 4 or 5 years of
Four.
the
Four.
14 4.
No, no, we had 10 years of the college football
I was gonna
playoffs.
say we're accustomed to what the 14 format for what 6 7 years,
10.
maybe longer
Hard to
than that.
believe. That was a
10, yeah.
quick
So
10.
we're accustomed to that. So now us seeing facts. So now for us to see it like expand to 12, like oh shit, all right, well this is different. Well,
Hmm.
I think the committees probably learned from it too. I feel like certain like, bruh, I don't think even though SMU's record shows it or Indiana as well, bro. I don't think Indiana deserves to be there at all. Like make that shit more competitive.
Mm, I ain't gonna say
But I
that.
I
think
mean,
it's
they earned
I,
it. They earned it through the season. I can't say they didn't deserve it. They just weren't as talented as the field, maybe, or their matchup. I can't say they didn't earn it. When you lose one game throughout the year, I think you did earn a spot in the playoffs, especially as
but
a
when the
Power
game
Five school.
when
And
the
then look
game
who
you
they
lose
beat.
to when the
True.
game you lose to Ohio State, it wasn't even a close game. I
No,
don't
I
know.
understand, but you
Ohio
still
State ain't no
did.
slouch either, though, bro.
Yeah.
No, I know 1,000%. I don't know, but I think it's a good. I think it's a good change seeing more teams, but
Yeah.
I think you gotta get used to it.
Um,
Mm, I think it's like you said, bro. I think the shit is all trial and error right
mhm.
now.
Yeah.
We're testing it out. You feel me? And with everything, but everything will come with criticism. You feel me?
Right.
So nothing's perfect. They're gonna have to work out the kinks. Um, Now, what I would say, coming from a fan perspective, when you see the lopsided scores, and then you see what happened last year, and you listen to the backtracking or the BS that people like Kirk Herbstreit is doing and saying, like it kind of everything looked funny in the light. You know what I'm saying? Because he said some
Hmm.
shit like, "Oh, because they have a best record, don't mean they're one of the best teams. Like we look too much. We look too much into winning as a criteria, bro. What do you mean you look too much into winning? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Yeah,
win.
like it's winning, get in. That's been sports since
Yeah.
Yeah.
forever. What the fuck are you talking about, Kirk?
Hey, Mike. They 4-8, but I just feel like they got the most talent, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
put them in.
exactly.
Yeah, like nigga, what?
Man,
Exactly.
all right, bro.
Okay.
So they again, y'all know they wanted to. Yeah, they this is the Bama Invitational, so they definitely wanted that.
And
But
they
I'm
fought
They
glad.
tooth
did,
and nail for that to happen.
Exactly.
but they just couldn't justify it.
But when we talk about these bowl games, oh, we gonna talk about Bama. Oh, we gonna
Oh
talk
yeah.
about
Oh, we
Bama.
gonna talk about them.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
we're gonna talk about old Lang too,
Oh yeah, big lane.
Mr.
Oh, we gonna talk
Naysayer.
about the whole SEC. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta talk. Yeah, we gotta talk about the whole SEC.
Um.
Come out.
um,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I would like to talk. You mean the 500 SEC? That one. But
hey, even
anywho,
that.
let's continue on with these playoffs. So second
But
round happened.
I just
Oh,
want
my
to
bad. Go
say,
ahead. Mhm.
on to your earlier point, if we look at the 10 years of the playoffs, we
Mhm.
always had blowouts.
Oh, we did. The first
Mm-hmm.
round was always
Eh,
blowouts. It's very
oh,
rare we
it was
got a
Mm-hmm.
either the
classic.
first round or the last game. So
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
let's not do that. We're
Yep.
always gonna have blowouts because it's more teams. Some teams are better prepared. Some teams are just they're in
Better.
better weather that they're
Yeah.
not used to, and we're starting to see that weather is a factor,
Hmm.
especially with the expanded playoffs. So different environments, different everything. So,
Hmm. I'm not
but
mad at that. Could you see a situation where because of the playoffs, um, we start to see the season maybe get shortened up to 10 games. So weather doesn't become as much of a factor with snow and things like
no,
that. That'll push it to the fall. I don't think so, but they have talked about it this season. I remember we talked about it earlier this season on the show. Um,
they ain't
I,
cutting regular season games.
yeah, I don't want to see that. But
Playoffs don't make that much money.
yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. But I will tell you this. I do like the idea of the first round being home games.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. I really, really do like this a lot of the first round being home games. I think it was executed well. I think that the environment called for playoffs. Um,
I think it's kind of dangerous.
I think it
Dangerous
can
how?
be dangerous.
Dangerous
I want to
how?
see why you say it's dangerous.
Well, let's look at atmospheres like I don't know. Let's use all right. Let's use Florida for example. Right, you
Mhm.
got UF and UM. UF is a straight up. Uh,
Mhm.
let's use yeah we can use UF. UF is a straight up. I mean, granted, there's Florida fans everywhere, right?
Right.
But if
Yeah.
you go to a University of Florida game, the
Mhm.
majority of those people in the stands are students.
Right.
Their student section is
It's
enormous.
it's ridiculous. If
It
you've never
is.
been to a game, you won't understand it. The
You know what I
swamp is
mean?
the swamp for a reason.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
And then most of these campuses, I mean, most of these stadiums are on campus,
Mhm.
so there's a huge collegiate population,
Yeah.
a huge youth population at these games.
Yeah.
Whereas an atmosphere like University of Miami, the
Bruh.
stadium's nowhere near the city. It's nowhere near the university.
No, it is not.
Um,
Nowhere at all.
and then the vast majority of the fan base that's coming to games are locals or just
Mhm.
everyday people.
Yep.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Yep.
then when you get in these people coming into these campuses, um, and keep in mind some of these dorms are, I mean, yeah, some of these stadiums are steps away from dorms. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Then you
Hmm.
get
They are.
alcohol involved, and you get people who, you know what I'm saying, belligerent on this, that, and the third. Like it can be a little suspect
Shaky.
when it
It
comes to
can.
yeah
It can.
when it comes to these students. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's
For sure.
that's where I'm getting at with that. So granted, we would love to keep that money at these universities. Um,
Mhm.
but I think and then the atmosphere itself is just unlike none. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So going to LSU on a Saturday night,
Ooh.
it's different. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
So
Imagine an Indiana traveling to LSU on a Saturday night. Man, please.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think I pray that nothing happens, and I could be reaching, but
No.
I I think that neutral sites are gonna be a thing soon.
I think they will too. I do like the idea of playoffs, of earning a an environment
Mhm.
to where you control the environment. I do like
Mhm.
it. Um, I think with expansion, we probably will have to start having that happen because I think what's going to happen, especially if they expand this to 16 teams, which there's talk of 14 to 16 in the next 3 years.
Mhm.
With that happening, they gonna have to start making some money on these bowl games because I don't know if y'all watched, but remember back when we used to actually tune into bowl games and they'd be
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
full. These games are not full anymore. No
Yeah.
one
Mhm.
cares anymore. And I think that if you're
If it's not in the
ESPN,
playoffs, it don't matter.
yeah, because let's be real, the college football playoffs are an ESPN production. Yeah, shout
Without
out to Turner for getting some of the games because they did have some of the games, and that was, I mean, shoot, that was fire. I like the cross promotion and cross broadcasting. I thought that Turner did a really good job with having these on Max and on TNT and TBS. I actually think that Turner should have been broadcasting college because I think the way that they broadcast sports is some of the best in the nation. But
Mhm.
bring
um,
back CBS though.
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely bring back CBS.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that if we look at the um what Mike was saying, just with the environment, that Texas versus who did Texas play first round?
Georgia.
Clemson. That Texas
Oh
versus
no,
Clemson
Clemson's yeah.
game, especially with the weather, it looked like a September game, and that was
Mm-hmm.
all Texas. All
Mhm.
Texas. Like Clemson does travel well, but you ain't filling up nothing in Texas.
No.
From you're not filling up nothing in Austin. It
No.
ain't happening. If you want proof, go look at that Bama game when they were there 2 years ago. I don't care how big Bama is, you ain't overpowering Texas. And I
No.
think for the playoffs, I like the idea of the environment, but I do also like a neutral zone. Like there are certain situations that you're not gonna have a neutral zone. Whether Georgia plays in the Sugar Bowl or the Peach Bowl, they're gonna have a home field advantage to an extent, unless they're
Mm-hmm.
playing LSU in really any SEC team. You're gonna have an advantage in the Sugar Bowl or the Georgia Dome, unless your team is actually playing. Because the SEC travels well, and ain't nothing for nobody from Texas all the way to South Carolina to travel to Atlanta for a Peach Bowl. That ain't
Right.
nothing to them. They'll fill that
Hmm.
up quick. So, you know, I do agree with what Mike was saying. I think that you're gonna have to go neutral, especially if we expand to 16. But even if they don't, you're gonna have to figure that out.
I don't know how
It's
many.
not bad.
That's gonna be too early with too many stadiums. I don't think that'll
Hmm.
ever work out. I think they're gonna permanently be on campus because
Right.
football, the NFL will be going on, and with the NFL going on, there's no reasonable place for them to have a neutral site
Well,
game.
that's where the bowl games are going to come into effect. Now, instead of them not being bowl games, look, I love teams like James Madison and Wisconsin or Western
No, you
Kentucky
don't
getting
stop that lie.
opportunities. No, I'm saying I like they get opportunities, but it ain't making no damn money, no, because ain't nobody there. Nobody cares, and nobody's watching either.
And
Yeah,
nobody
nobody's watching
believes.
the San Diego County Credit Union
Bro,
Poinsettia Bowl like they
can
used
you,
to.
bro? Look, exactly. Or even the LA Bowl. Nobody was watching the LA Bowl,
The
and
Snoop
it was
Dogg
in
Bowl.
dog on SoFi.
Exactly.
Nobody was watching that.
The
They
Snoop
wasn't.
Dogg Bowl either.
The Snoop Dogg Bowl, none of that stuff, bro. Nobody was watching that stuff.
Was
And it's
anybody at
not,
the Pinstripe Bowl
I didn't
or the
see
Fenway
much.
Bowl?
I have to tap in with our New York correspondent Mo, but I don't think I don't remember him saying there was no traffic for the what's it called bowl, for the Pinstripe Bowl or any of that. I just don't
Yeah,
remember it.
I ain't heard nothing about it either, brother.
But I do think that it's a great year. I'm not complaining whatsoever. It's been a great year. I don't think you're gonna have 2 point matchups because we did get that in the next round. We're gonna get to the next round of games next right now. But yeah, man, I just don't see where it was anything that I could complain about the first round. The quarterfinals. Obviously, these are the teams that earned by. So everybody who had a higher seed beat the lower seed. So there was no reason to have, say, a 12 seed match up against number 3 seed because it just didn't have to happen. This year, everything matched up as need be. Boise State got ramshacked by Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good fight, but the reality of it is, I want
That
to be
Mountain
careful with my
West
words
ain't.
here. They got
Them,
outclassed.
Oh,
they
for sure.
they
the
got
Mountain West is a
outclassed.
pack of ass. That's there we
Yes, the
go.
Mountain West and I'm gonna tell you something. All those teams moving to the Big 12, that sounds cute, but the way that Washington State played this year, you probably just gonna be running into Washington State because I don't know if y'all got the talent. And I look at what Washington State played this year; they was 11-2 or 10-2 for a reason.
I would say
It's
though, Boise did have opportunities in the game.
mm-hmm,
They
Not saying that
did.
they could have
mm-hmm,
won the game. They could have definitely made it closer.
mm-hmm.
But
They could have.
at the end of the day, bro, a horse is not. I mean, a pony is not catching up with a horse, bro.
No, no.
No.
And salute to James Franklin. He showed why he has a top tier defense in the country, and they jammed the hell out of that line. And Ashton Genty didn't really do Ashton Genty things in that game.
Couldn't do
I
anything,
think they
bro.
went away
Yeah,
from him though, because I think he could have got more, but it because they were down so
I
much,
mean, I would say, bro, when
they
you're down
kind of
21, you
eliminated
got
the
to.
run. Yeah,
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
you got to
Yep.
run. Matter of fact, that's when he should have shined more than ever. But I'm sorry, Boise State.
You know,
Kellen
they
Moore
had to
wasn't walking
pass
through
the
that
ball.
door.
You can't play with
Yeah.
that. Being down 21, trying to
Mm-mm,
catch back
mm-mm,
up.
mm-mm.
No.
Um,
Had to throw the ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now the classic that we wanted, we got Texas versus Arizona State.
That was a
You
great
see
fight.
that? Put some more of that. I need
Let me
more of that.
say this here,
Hey
bro.
man,
Yeah.
Um, Cam
Scatterboo.
Scatterbo,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Hey,
I wasn't familiar with your game, my boy.
Was not
But
familiar
he
with
was
your
fact.
running
game.
that
And
pill though.
I've
I'm sorry, as
I've
Pac-12E, my fault, y'all.
I've seen I've seen highlights and all this here, bro. But actually
Mhm.
watching him play,
Yeah.
Dog.
bro,
Bro was running that
Yeah.
ball, bro.
he
Uh
reminds me of I'm not remiss to say, bro. I think Peyton Hillis, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Short, stocky, can run through everything, and got burners when he get about four
Yes,
feet.
bro.
Or yeah, when he gets his stride, gone, and ain't nothing you can do to bring him down.
Yeah, he's a
Yep.
dog. So
Yeah.
shout out to Scatterboo, man.
Where did Peyton
Yeah.
Hillers go to college? I forgot.
Oklahoma. I'm not
Oh,
Oklahoma, but
Was it
Darren
Oklahoma
Darren
State?
Darren McFadden. Darren McFadden. Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Arkansas. Yeah,
Yeah.
Arkansas. Yep. Um, Let me see. Yeah, that was a classic. I think the Arizona State will be back next year. I think that's all the juice they needed to know that they can compete, and can really do their thing getting into the next round.
Well,
Um,
I don't
they
know.
earned the
I don't
bye.
know who they're gonna have at running back,
Scatterbo's a
but
freshman, bro.
he
No, he's not, bro.
was.
Yeah,
He's a senior,
Scatterbo's a
wasn't he?
freshman.
No, he's
No,
No,
not.
he's not.
hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Scatterbo's a freshman, dog.
Well, he's not a freshman, bro.
He's a senior, bro.
He's definitely a senior, brother.
Is he?
He's a senior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You tripping?
Oh, my fault.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because he was
definitely a
there with
senior,
Herm
fella.
Edwards and all that. Yeah, you tripping? I think he's a red shirt. I think he's fifth year.
Yeah, he's going to the
Cam
league,
is
bro.
a huh?
He's a senior, bro. He's going to
Oh,
the
okay.
league.
Oh, well, hey, sorry, my fault, y'all. Yeah, he this year he had
1,700 yards,
1,500
bro.
rushing yards and 500 receiving yards. And well, he was
I
the
think he had
first Big
seven.
12 player.
He had 1,700 rushing yards, bro.
1,700 rushing. Yeah, I'm sorry. He tweeted out he was the first FBS player since 2015 to have 1,500 rushing yards and 500 receiving yards in a single season. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to him.
yeah.
Um,
No, that's
but
real. But we not Heisman you, bro. That's what he
no,
getting
no,
at.
you had a good game against a good opponent. You had a good game against a good opponent. That's what it is.
Gave all he
Yeah,
had too.
he surely did. Um, Going into the next one, the look, man. Ryan Day said, "Stop playing on my fucking name."
He
Like
did.
I hear this Michigan shit. It's cool. I got to get that under my belt. Stop playing on my name. The only team that really knocked me out was Georgia in that kick, which some could say was a fluke, some could say it wasn't. I'm still Ryan Day, and
Yes,
this
sir.
is still Ohio State. They beat Oregon. They beat the piss out of Oregon. Like it didn't
They
even
did.
look close. It wasn't close. It's almost like you ever seen somebody taller than someone hold their head so they just keep swinging and they can't move. That's what it looked like the whole night.
They
Like
did.
it was bad. And
I
Jeremiah
thought they
Smith is
had the
a
whole
dog.
stadium fill up too.
Yeah.
They
Honestly,
did.
bro. But Ohio State always travels well, especially to the Rose Bowl. They
They do,
always
but like
travel well.
Oregon is just coming down the street.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they are. They are. But still, things it is what it is, bro. Like I mean, Ohio State looked like national champion contenders. They've looked like the most impressive team in these playoffs so far, and they punched each opponent they've had to them out. I mean, think about it. They were alive our battle test. They had a really hard Tennessee team, and then beat the number one team and get back, by the way. Because let's not forget, the only reason they lost one game in the regular season, let alone they second to Michigan, was because of that shit that Dan Lanning pulled with the whole 12-man timeout shit. So,
Yeah.
I got to be honest. That's what happened.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't know where he was at.
That's what happened. Yep. Banks, what's the deal, Brody? Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy New Year, my dog. Um, But yeah, man, I mean, just being real, bro, there was nothing about Ohio State that didn't tell me that they aren't the best team in the field this year, the way that they produce. I'm just being honest. They played the number one team, or they played the number one seed, and they played the number seven seed. At this point, you played the quote unquote highs and lows of the field, and you still coming out on top. I got nothing to say about them. You wanna right the wrongs of losing to Michigan? This is how you do it. This is how it's done. So, hey, I have nothing to say against them. And then, of course, in the Sugar Bowl, obviously, it got moved to Thursday, and it usually is on New Year's Day. But there's a horrible terroristic attack that happened in New Orleans, and our prayers and thoughts are definitely up for all those who
Yeah.
were involved with that. Man, that was crazy to
People who were
see.
injured, people who lost their lives, and
Yeah, man, that
all
that's
of those.
that's
literally.
what always has me weary of going out on New Year's because just people just be oh every
Bro,
time, man. It's
every fucking
bad,
time.
dog. It's
That's
bad, and
true.
and it's messed up, man. That you can't enjoy your New Year's because somebody on board. Look, if you don't want to be here, you ain't got to be here. You ain't got to take.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
But you ain't got to take everybody and their cousin with
yeah,
you.
no, no, bro. But hey, man, it's really messed up. Um, but yeah, Notre Dame shut all that shit up in Georgia, and Marcus Freeman has shown that he's had the best defense in the nation, top to bottom all season, and he proved it against every conference.
Listen,
He has played just this conference. Let's not forget he has played the ACC, he's played the SEC, he's played the Big 12, he's played the Big 10, and he's played Independence. I don't think there's anything really more we need to see.
he
He's
hasn't played the
prepared a t-
Independence.
yes, he has.
No, he
Oh,
hasn't.
and no, BYU's Big 12. Who they played?
There are no
Oh,
Independents. Notre Dame's
he's
basically the only one.
he's on. Okay, cool. Well, my fault. He's played at least those conferences multiple times.
Because the service academies are in the
Oh, they're in the eight. Yeah, you're right. They're
the
in the
AAC, or
AAC
is
now.
it?
Yes, so I've played the AAC as well. I've done it all, and I've shown that our defense is ridiculous against them all. So Notre Dame, for what it's worth, man. I mean, we got to call it how we see it, bro. They have truly, truly, truly stepped up to the plate. And shoot, what else can you say about them? But look, they held
Ain't
the
much.
Georgia team, which look, they were missing Carson Beck. I'm not taking nothing away from them at all. But you're still Georgia. If we're gonna talk about their recruiting classes and 5 stars and 4 stars, this, that, and the third, you had more than enough weapons. You always have. They just didn't win.
I disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
I think if they had Carson Beck, they blow Notre Dame out of the water. But
Carson Beck
they
is that
knew
much of a
Gunner
difference
Stockton.
maker to you.
No, it's just the confidence you have in your quarterback and your veteran quarterback versus some
Mm-hmm.
freshman who, yeah, he did well in the SEC title game, but that's off a week notice versus 3 weeks we ain't got nothing but film from Notre Dame on you. Come on, man, that's inconceivable. I mean, you see, because the whole game they were kind of close together, and then when Notre Dame started pulling, they just gave up because they knew Gunnar Stockton couldn't do nothing because he ain't Carson Beck, and he's a freshman, so I I think he's either a freshman or a second year or like a
Yeah, I
redshirt
think he's a
freshman.
red shirt fresh because Carson Beck
Okay,
obviously been there for the last 3, 4 years.
yeah.
So yeah.
So like, I mean, what you want to do to do? I mean, what do you want the team to do when the team doesn't have confidence in a quarterback? You always see them kind of
Mm-hmm.
let go of the gas a little bit because they know the guy that they're looking to lead them just can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that. I can understand why you feel that way. Me personally, I do think that a quarterback, of course, is your on-field coach. He's your brains of your operation. He's the computer. But when you don't have confidence in that, run the ball. Run and run and run the ball. And that's just what they needed to do to me to be successful in this game. And they were not. So what you want me to say? They were not successful, and they did not do what they could do to win against Notre Dame. And I think that Notre Dame did exactly what they had to do, which was stop the flow of their offense. And every time they even thought about getting past the 50, jam that line, and they did. So salute to Notre Dame. I hate y'all, but salute to Notre Dame. Let's get to the semifinals.
I'm still going Texas for the championship.
I'm not
I
mad at
heard
that. I,
that.
I ain't mad at that.
Fuck
I'm
Notre
I
rooting for
ain't.
Dame and fuck
I'm
Texas.
not
Ohio
mad at that
State.
at all.
I heard that, Pastor. Preach that.
I think that I am going Texas as well.
I hope it's Texas Penn State for the chip, and then I
You
don't
know,
care
this
who
is
wins.
two of Miami's most hated. All you need is Florida State in the mix, and this is the fuck Miami Bowl.
It is.
But but and Vitek. But yeah, but either way.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate them bitches in Blacksburg. But yeah, man. Let's get to it, man. Notre Dame versus Penn State. That's going to be on Thursday, 7:30, for the Orange Bowl. I thought about it. I'm not gonna hold you. I did think about it, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go.
You say that unless somebody come up with a lick.
Chill out. Chill out,
Oh,
G.
my fault, my fault, my
Chill out.
fault, my
Chill out.
fault, my fault. I don't know what I'm
Relax.
talking about. I don't know
Relax.
what I'm talking about.
Relax. Relax.
Don't listen
but
to
um,
me.
but yeah,
I
nah,
don't know nothing.
I have no interest to go to this. I mean, it'd be cool, but I have no interest to see either of these teams. Notre Dame versus Penn State. The immovable object versus the unstoppable force. Two teams that are very similar, have very similar approaches to how they win football games. They win, I feel like, from the defensive side, and then do just enough to score what they got to score and win. Now, they'll score on you if you ain't gonna put no pressure to them, but they don't rely on running up 100 points a game. They just
You
don't.
know
They're
the
two
good
teams
thing,
that really depend on a good defensive line.
the
Um,
the good thing about this game is no matter who wins, a black coach is going to be in the national championship.
100%, 100%. Is that the first black
So
head coach to make the national championship from the playoffs?
no, somebody's
Oh
won.
no, no. I
There's got to
think
be.
this would be the first black champion from black head coach to coach in the playoff championship. I
Mm-mm.
think I'm pretty sure because Dabo and Bam and them have been obviously Nick
Yeah, you
Saban
might
and
be right.
Dabo and Ohio State had Herb, then Ryan Day.
You might be right.
Even when Notre Dame made it, Chip Kelly was there.
Yeah,
LSU had Ed Orgeron, and
Hmm.
then uh, uh, um, Les Miles before that.
yeah, you're right.
I think this might be the first black head coach in the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think it is. Um, I think I
Hmm.
trust Penn State more than Notre Dame in this game.
True, because all our guys have been there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not particularly in love with Riley Leonard, their
I'm not
quarterback
either.
for Notre Dame.
I'm not
The
either.
defensive line for Notre Dame is impressive, but
Mm-hmm.
so is the offensive line for Penn State.
Absolutely.
And Penn State got two guys on their defensive line. Uh, what is it? Abdul Carter and
Yes.
somebody else who's gonna be playing on Sundays. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So and then you got the guy
Yeah.
Tyler Warren and
Mm-hmm.
number 44 and Drew Allard as the quarterback. They got a special connection. So
Yeah.
I think they could do it.
I believe in it too. I believe in it too. I think the good part about this game is one, it's a neutral site. Neither of them have to worry about cold weather. Well,
No.
it'll be a little chilly out here. It's gonna be in the 40s. So it's gonna be a little
Yeah,
chilly, but
because
for them,
apparently Florida forgot where it was and is now
yeah,
having a polar vortex.
yeah. Tell
I'm
me about
freezing the black off my ass right now. But anyways,
it. But yeah, you know, that's yeah, bro. I'm sleeping in the hoodie. I feel you, bro. Shit crazy right now. But yeah, man. And in the 40s, and I always tell people in the 40s in South Florida means hell for the rest of the country. Okay. That's
mhm,
what that
1,000%.
means. That's what
it
that
feels
means.
like
1,000%.
37 currently in Holly Hill, Florida.
Jesus, Lord
Bro,
Almighty.
my car said it was 52, and that shit feel like it's 42.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's again, we're blessed because we're down here, but
Yeah, it says for y'all, it is 52, but it feels like 44.
right. No, man. But
That's insane.
I forgot that Urban Meyer got a podcast now with Mark Ingram and something Stone. It's called the Triple Op. Fucking niggas.
Fuck Urban Meyer.
Yeah. Anyway,
I heard that
but
urban liar. Fuck him.
yeah, shout out to Urban Liar. But yeah, nah. I think I'm going Penn State in this. By Penn. Give me Penn State by 10. Penn
I
State
don't
by
know
10.
about that. Give me Penn State by a tub.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, give me Penn State by 7.
Okay. Um. Then the next day is the Cotton Bowl, Ohio State versus Texas. Um, that's going to be an interesting game, to say the least.
Extremely. It's
I think
extremely.
this game has all the offense that we're not going to see in the Orange Bowl.
Mm.
This
Yeah,
game has
Jeremiah
all of
Smith
it.
is a monster.
Yeah.
He's that
Yeah. I
he's
mean,
that he's that Julio Jones, like Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson
yes, he is.
type
He's a
bigger
big
receiver
receiver, big
that's
hands, big
fast.
speed. Randy Moss esque, just big,
No,
tall.
Randy was tall, but Randy was slim. Randy
I mean,
still is slim.
yeah. But Randy played big, I should say.
Yeah, he
But
did play
you're
big.
right. That
He
Anquan
went up top.
Bolden, Andre Johnson,
Yeah,
Larry Fitz, even to an extent, like just play
yeah,
big, play big. Mike Evans,
yeah.
if you want to, yeah, Mike Evans, just play
Death,
big.
taxes, and Mike Evans getting 1,000 yards.
Hey,
Let's
my
get to that
come
list
on,
today.
Hey,
man.
we
Well, we
we
gonna
gonna
get
get
to it.
hey, we
We
gonna
gonna
get
get
on
to
that.
it. We gonna get to
Facts.
it. Don't worry. But yeah. So I think that all that said, Ryan Day, prepare to turn into Ryan Knight. Give me Texas. Give me Texas by 9.
Ooh, that's too much. Give me Texas
Okay.
by 3.
Okay.
I'm rooting against this happening, but I think
You
Ohio
think
State
Ohio
might get
State?
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. Texas does play with their food, and I don't
they
think Ohio
do.
State does.
They do.
They
Texas
don't.
does play with their food,
Now,
and but
if
also Sarkeesian has always played with his food as a head coach, always
That's true.
historically. So I do feel you. Ryan Day is coaching like he knows they got the U-Haul outside of his house. So I feel you, but I'm going Texas in this one for myself. But yeah,
now
we'll see.
if Quinn Ewers is having a bad game early on, does Sarkeesian
Yes, you
go
do.
to Archie?
Yes, you do.
No,
Yes, you do. You have to, and they've shown that they will. You have to
I don't know
because
about that.
the school spent too much money to take a L off of a personnel decision.
Fair enough.
Uh,
They spent way too much money off of that. Um,
I don't know about that, but you might be right.
well, they've shown they'll do it all year.
No, but they put in Archie for like packages and stuff. They don't put
Yeah,
him
that's
in
what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just.
that's what I mean. They will put. Yeah,
if Quinn having a bad game, I think they quick to be like,
they will.
hey, nah,
They will
you
swap.
gotta.
Yes, they have shown it. They will do it
Maybe.
quickly, quickly. But we'll see. We'll see what goes from that. Couple of bowl games I wanted to talk about before we got out of here that happened. Colorado ended up playing. Um, shoot, matter of fact, Dell, we went to go watch this game. Um, I don't know why.
We didn't even watch it.
Yeah, we really
It
didn't.
was on, but we didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's a
There
good
was
point.
like 15 different other
But
things on.
Colorado ended up playing BYU in the Alamo Bowl, and they
Yeah,
lost by
BYU told them
22.
move their hand.
Yeah, they did. BYU smacked
Well,
the shit out of their
hold on,
hand.
hold on. Wait a minute. They don't get down like that at BYU. They
That's a good
just
point.
left it in,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
which is even more disrespectful. They just
Yeah, it
left it
is.
in
Yeah,
and
they
let it
don't believe
soak.
in. Yeah, they do not believe in that. No, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
somebody got to come by and shake the bed. So
yeah. You got to flip them sheets, flip the mattress, change the sheets. You got to. Yeah. They don't, yeah. BYU, they different. They are different. But
they are different.
yeah, man. I mean, look, you know, that's a real tough loss to go out on, man. Now, amidst the bad loss, I just want to make sure that we're clear here. Okay. Uh, you know, Shador had 208, two tubs, but two picks.
Hmm.
Trav had four receptions for 106 yards in a tub. Okay. He said, don't forget, I'm still here. The weird
Yeah.
thing was Jimmy Horn only having 7 yards. That ain't a Jimmy Horn game.
No, Jimmy Horn be
Is a
balling.
hooper. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a baller.
Yeah. He's a hooper.
I don't
Trav
know. I
also
don't
had four
understand what
tackles.
hooping has to do with football, but okay.
You know what I mean. He's a
He's a
he's
baller.
a
Yeah,
he's a baller.
he
He's
can
a
play.
baller.
He can play.
Yeah. I just didn't expect to see Colorado go out like that. I think that what I have learned about Colorado is Dion has shown that when something like this happens, he don't make the same mistakes twice. So I expect Colorado to win a bowl game next year and a meaningful one at that. But they end the season 9-4, turned around and won 5 more games than last year, which is very successful.
Exactly.
Um, Very successful. And BYU
And but
shut the
they might have
season
been in the
down.
playoffs low key if they had to beat Kansas.
Had they beat Kansas State.
Uh huh.
Yeah. They probably would have been a low seed, but yeah. Um, I like it. I think that the future looks bright for Colorado still. They are losing generational players for their program and generational players for college football in general, but he's been recruiting well. The coaching is much better. I would like to see discipline and a run game established there. Because their running game is terrible this year. I like
It
to see a
is, but
run game, and I
that
like to see that offensive line
I
build.
believe that's a product of the offensive line. So,
I want to
but
believe that,
they gonna get that straight.
but when your highest rusher has 25 yards in the game, mm, I don't know.
I ain't catch
But we'll
much of
see.
that game. There was too many games going on.
You didn't need to see it. You could have saw the highlights. It's just, it is what it is. But now let's get to what we need to get to. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. The ReliaQuest Bowl. All that. Oh, we should be in the in the playoffs. You couldn't win the ReliaQuest Bowl, really? Against a 7-5 Michigan Wolverines,
How much?
really?
How much were they up before Cam left or before Cam was taken
No,
out?
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're gonna get
Oh,
to the Miami tropical storms in a minute because until y'all decide to be hurricanes, that is what I'm referring to y'all to. Jalen Milroe,
come up
Jalen
to the
Milroe,
plate.
Jalen Milroe. You went 16 of 32 against Michigan for 192 yards, a tub, and a pick. Jalen, you're
I
better than
think
this, Jalen.
I think the funniest thing is someone said Alabama started 2024 losing to Michigan and ended 2024 losing to Michigan.
Mm-hmm. They
Hey,
did, and
when
that's
I saw
hilarious.
that,
They did. They opened up the year losing to Michigan and closed it losing to Michigan. I like that. That's funny. Literally, the difference between January 1st and the 31st was just somebody's birthday. Same thing. Same thing. Are we serious? Is
boy,
this what we doing here? Is this what we doing here? Yes, Nelson. Colorado has to get some crackers from Grand Junction to Fort Collins. Yeah, I need a lot of Zach Brown band fans on that offensive line in Carolina next year. And yeah, Bama lost. We won. Yes, we did. Look, man, ain't nothing I can do for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Michigan closes out their season beating Ohio State and Bama. It's a good year for Michigan after losing what all they lost in the in to the NFL. They lost the head coach to the NFL, starting quarterback, starting running back, hella players on defense. Still ended up 8-5 on the year, which they were only a game behind Alabama. And shoot, beat Bama in a bowl. What you gonna do? But hey, man, all's well that ends well, right? All's well that ends well, man. Let me see what, and now let's get to it. Dell, you want to talk about Miami or what you got? Oh, Dell might he might have lost Dell.
I saw the
Uh,
first half. It was up a little bit,
Cam Ward saw the first half too.
and then they took he did. They just decided to be like, all right, y'all boys good. Go ahead, get out.
Well, I mean,
I didn't see much. I saw the highlights.
yeah, essentially that's what it was. Um, that's essentially what it was. Was Look, let's just get to the tail of the tape, man. Miami lost the Pop Tart Bowl 42-41 against Iowa State.
Hey, I'm
We've
going.
known our defense has been an issue
Atrocious.
all year.
1000%.
We've known that. But it could not have shown any more than this game.
Yep.
This was bad. Very, very bad. You had arguably the best talent you've ever had at quarterback um, in program history. And he loses 3 out of the last 4 games. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you.
Well, at least they fired the
Well,
chair coach.
I don't know where he thought he was going. I don't want to see his
Well,
ass in Palm Beach, let alone Miami again.
but
Um,
I will say this: out of all the negative, the one positive is it looks like Mario's is building a decent program.
does it? Because he was
I
laden
would
with
say
nothing but seniors and transfers this year.
he's taking advantage of the portal. Why not?
I,
I
I
think
get it.
this might be a hot take, but out of all the Power Five coaches, I think he's doing a pretty good job at taking advantage of the portal with the mixture of the kids that he's recruiting and bringing in. Would you say so? From when he first started to now, given the landscape of NCAA college, I mean NCAA football, the I would say one thing he's been taking advantage of that portal and been doing very well.
I think he's done well taking advantage of the portal. I also think he has some of the most undisciplined group of players and coaching staff that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Also true.
And I think for me, as much as I love what we put up offensively all year, you should not negate what your offense is capable of with bad discipline and bad defense. It wears out your offense, and eventually you can lose both sides of the ball. You will have an offense that don't care because they got to carry the load, and then a defense that ain't capable because you don't have the discipline around them to execute simple stops on an easier schedule. Then you should have literally only lost 1 game. Now, credit to the teams we lost. A lot of them ended up winning 8, 9 games. Those are good teams. But when
True.
you're prepped to win all 12 and don't, as bad as we have been disciplined all year, bro, I don't know that we beat Florida if we would have matched up with them in the beginning of the season versus or the end of the season versus the beginning. Did you see how Florida finished the year? Who they finished it against?
They finished strong, absolutely.
They finished next year. You should put them on your playoff watch. They might replace Tennessee.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Me either. But I say all that to say, man, to lose the Pop Tart Bowl after the year that you started out having versus now, this was classic traditional as of late crash and burn Miami football as we've known it as a program. Known it for a while now. It's always gone this way.
Hmm.
No foot on the gas or foot on the gas, run out of gas every single year. Got to do better, man. You got to do better. And I think that you take until you take care of the discipline in that program, you gonna have a lot. Because Miami, okay, up and down, offensively cool. The defense of Miami has never been a question. And a defense where you got a guy like Ruben Bain, we should never have a question about Miami's defense. To give up 42 points to Iowa State, shout out to them. They're a really good team. But this shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, that's why the dude got fired. That's why the what you
Yeah,
call it
man.
got fired. Like
Yeah.
I don't rejoice in people getting fired, but some things are necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, all's well that ends well. It is what it is to me. I don't give a damn about none of that. Hopefully next year's a better year, but I expect next year to be a bridge year. I really do. Pisses me off, man. Um, yeah. So that was some of the notable bowl games from this past season. Um, We are pointing and laughing at Alabama, pointing and laughing at Miami, and pointing and laughing at Colorado. You earned it yourselves. Let's get to the goddamn NFL, man.
My dog. Hey, hold up. Before we get to Mike Evans, can I give a shout out real quick to Bryce Young?
Yes, yes, yes.
My
Hey,
Yes, yes,
hey,
yes.
put
hey,
put them posters back up in them Bojangles.
hey,
Put them up.
hey.
Put them
My
posters back
dog.
up in the Bojangles.
My dog
Put them
was
up.
balling
Um,
after they brought him back on.
since we've left, a lot has happened, a lot is shaken up. Some things remain the same, but for the most part, a lot has happened, a lot is shaken up. Let's get to the NFL scores. Actually, no, let's do the bracket instead of the playoff bracket. Let's just get to that and go from there. Oh man, the bracket. Well, the playoffs are set, and we got some surprises, some not so surprises, and some things happening in the NFL that, quite frankly, you know, what are you gonna do, right? Um, okay, let me share the screen real quick, just so we can get there. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, sir. All right, printable player. There we go. All right, in the NFC. The Lions earned the number one seed, especially after beating the fight, which that division, actually, the whole conference came down to a Sunday night football matchup in which the Lions, despite Jared Goff's woes, Jameer Gibbs, being one half of Sonic and Knuckles, decided that Sonic was going to go supersonic and run in four tutties that night for them to beat the Vikings 31-9. Dell, what did you take away from that game if you were able to catch it
What
about the
game?
Vikings, and the Lions?
Um, it's kind of both things were happening at once. The Lions defense, led up by Lord, I forget the man name, the brother, the DC. He had them playing up. Dan Campbell and the DC had them playing as well as they could, and I think with Anzalone back, him playing amazing football after breaking an arm, um, and everything's like that. You see, like what like getting your guys ready and prepared can do for your squad, and I don't want to say this. Well, listen, the Lions defense played up. Obviously, the Lions offense is their stalwart of the team. Jared Goff, Jameer Gibbs, all of those guys played excellent, like they always do. I think they have the either the number one or number two offense in the league. So that's always going to be it. And the problem was with all the injuries to the defense, and people were wondering if the defense can hold up. The defense played way above their head, but also too at the same very time Minnesota's offense shit the bed because I don't know how many times Darnold was going to miss Jefferson in the damn end zone because they got the ball to the end zone 5 times. No,
Yep,
excuse me, they got the ball in the red zone 5 times, and
they surely
they
did.
went. They hit a couple field goals and went how many fourth and outs? I think three.
Three. Yep.
I've never seen that, especially with the receivers like Addison and I would say the best receiver in the game
Yes,
with
he is.
Jefferson.
Yes, he is.
Even though Chase got
Got the
the
triple
triple
crown.
crown,
Yeah.
but I would still say Jefferson's better. Um,
Hmm.
I just think they had a bad game at the wrong time, and the Lions defense stepped up at the right time.
Yeah.
I think both things happened in the game.
So that game wasn't really indicative that the Vikings are a better team to you. They just happened to lose that day.
Um, I think the Lions are a better team, but a game for a game, I think the Lions win. But the Lions came with an A game on I would say A game. not maybe not the A+ game, but A- game,
Right.
and the Vikings played a C- game,
Yep.
and you see the difference.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Teams like that, you have no margin. So if anything happens, you know
Right.
it's going to look like a blowout,
Yep.
which it ended up being.
Well, hey man. Outside of that, I I I I agree with you 100% on your assessments on everything with them. Philadelphia Eagles are the number 2 seed. They'll be playing the Packers. They'll be hosting the Packers on Sunday. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be having the Monday night game against the Washington Commanders,
Hey,
and then
also
the LA Rams.
shout out to Baker
Yes,
Shout out
yes,
to
yes.
him.
Shout out to Baker. Should be well. He is a Pro Bowler. Um,
having a
had they
hell of a
had they
year.
won 3 more games, we might be talking league MVP. Just with everything he
Absolutely.
had to deal with, and still,
Hmm.
yeah, we he'd be in the
With missing
conversation.
Godwin and
Yeah,
missing Evans for some
Yup.
time.
yeah, yep. Um, and then the Rams obviously are going to be playing as well against the Vikings because of the Vikings losing that game. They dropped to the 5th seed. Of course, they're not a division winner. That game between the Lions was, of course, for the division as well as number 1 seed in the NFC. So the NFC North produced 3 playoff teams this year. Um, the NFC East produced 2, and then the South, of course, produced 1 as well as the West. The NFC North ended up being the best division in football in the NFC this year. Going over to the East, and we'll do pickles in a second. I just want to call it the brackets. Um, the Kansas City Chiefs remain on top this year. Did they lose one? They lost 2 games this year, 15 and
Yeah.
2 this year. Obviously, the second one, uh, you know, whatever. Scoring 0 points in the game is crazy, but the Buffalo Bills fell to number 2. They're going to be facing the Denver Broncos at Buffalo. The Baltimore Ravens are number 3 seed with, I would say, the league MVP this year. I hear the Josh Allen thing, but no. To me, you ask me, it's Lamar Jackson. Um, they'll be
I
facing the
would say
Pittsburgh
Saquon
Steelers.
and Lamar, but I feel you.
Fair, fair.
Not wrong.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't wrong. The Ravens will be hosting the Steelers for a third matchup for that in that division as well, and then
Bro,
the
love
Houston
the Panthers.
Texans will be hosting the Los Angeles Chargers in a 4-5 matchup. In the AFC, the AFC West produced 3 playoff teams this year between the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. The Buffalo Bills and the AFC East, of course, produced 1. The AFC North produced 2, and then the AFC South produced 1. So this year, the AFC East, I'm sorry, the AFC West are the AFC champions as far as the best division in football in the AFC. Um, okay. How we want to do this? How we want to do this? Let's go Ravens Steelers. Who wins and why? Zendel, because I know who Christian's going to say. Zendel,
Hey,
who
hold
wins
up.
between?
Can
No,
I
no.
say my piece after Dub?
Let
Go ahead.
Christian speak, because I'm gonna say the opposite of whatever Christian say. So go ahead, speak.
I think given it's a rubber match, right? Because we play them twice a year. I
Yep.
got Steelers winning by 3, and
Okay.
the only reason I say that is you remember the second game we lost. We lost by 2 touchdowns because Wilson decided to throw a pick six and fumble in the 1 yard line.
Yep.
At the same time, we had no George Pickens, no Joey Porter, no Deshaun Elliott, Beanie
We had
Bishop.
no
Excuse
George
me.
Pickens this weekend either.
Can I say my piece?
Hmm?
We had no GP, no Porter, no Beanie Bishop starting, and a hurt TJ Watt. So we
Yep.
get them at full strength, and Ravens might be without Zay Flowers, which is a
Okay.
key piece. So and our I did like how our defense played against Cincy. Even though our offensive shit has been shit, I still like our chances just because it's the Ravens and it's a division opponent. But I don't have my hopes too high.
Okay. Zendel, Baltimore wins by how much?
They win by 80. Nick, no I'm
See,
playing.
I knew you was gonna say
uh, Baltimore. They're at Baltimore. They'll be home getting some home cooking. They are on fire. They've been playing excellently for the last 3 weeks. Last 4 or 5 weeks to hawk the Steelers down and to win the division.
that.
Um, I say they win by 10 points and send y'all, back to Pittsburgh
I
for
got
a
a hot take.
Hermanti's brother sandwich.
I got a hot take. If Pittsburgh loses this game, I think Tomlin's either on the hot seat or he's gone.
No,
I do think the Tomlin era may be over after this year.
If they don't at
I
least make
don't
the
think
AFC
he's
Championship,
fired. I don't think he's fired.
you think he steps down?
Probably. Probably.
It's gonna be
Probably.
interesting. We gonna see.
I don't think he steps down. I don't think anything happens.
Okay.
I mean, if they get eliminated in the first round again, you going back 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 years. I
It's
mean,
just who you're playing in the first round this year. The problem is it's not necessarily this year that's the issue. The issue is the year that we played the Browns and laid a stinker against them and didn't win. When we had won like 11 straight games or some shit. That's the big thing. When you won, when you went like 13-3 and lost to the Browns in the first round, that's a problem.
yep.
That's the one that could have broke the streak. I wouldn't care if it was like 3 straight years because whatever. But nonetheless, yeah, I have the Ravens by 10 in this one. I have the Ravens by 10. I do. Um need Lamar to spank the Steel Millers. That's funny. That's funny as hell, actually. Um fuck the Bengals. Haha, yeah. Hey, listen, man. Could have won, but you didn't, pal. Is what it is. Y'all could have been there, but you weren't. King Murph, what's the deal, Brody? What's the deal? Um, yeah, man. So I got Baltimore beating Pittsburgh. Texans versus Chargers. I actually have the Chargers winning this. I think Houston's
I
season's
do.
over
I
after
do
one game.
too.
I think the Chargers are the one team in the AFC that no team in the AFC wants to play. Not because I think they necessarily can win, but they can put that pressure on you. Harbaugh coaches. His coaching style reminds me a lot of Dan Campbell because he's a player's coach. He plays very
I
balls to the wall.
I just think Houston just wants to get this season over with.
Mm-hmm.
Their offensive line has played terrible. They got CJ beat up,
Mm-hmm.
and I think CJ and that caused CJ to have a sophomore slump
Yeah. Yeah,
because the
I
offensive
agree with
line
you
just
there. I
played so
don't
damn
think that
bad.
CJ regressed as a player. I think they didn't improve in protecting him this year. And I
Hmm.
think that he was running. If you look at even the way that he played this year, he played a lot more frantic because he was always on the run or having the audible a lot, not necessarily having the audible, having to improvise on the play, run a lot of play action because of the fact that their offensive line just wasn't it this year.
Yeah,
It wasn't. Yeah, it
Another
was not
another
it.
another Joe Burrow Bengals situation.
yeah,
Similar, yeah, similar, very similar,
similar,
yeah,
very
yep, yeah.
similar.
A lot of offensive talent, and unfortunately, you just didn't protect them with a line. The defense is better, but I get what you're saying, though. Yeah. Um, does anybody have the Chargers losing? Or are we going all Texans?
No,
I'm going.
Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, same. I'm going Chargers as well. Bills versus Broncos.
I want to say the Bills, but I won't be shocked if the Broncos pull an upset.
That
I ain't.
Broncos defense is really
Bro, I
I
was just about to
nice.
say
agree.
I ain't realized I had a number one defense this year.
Yeah, that defense is and PS2 is probably DPOI this year.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not mad at that.
yeah, he
No, but
PS2.
I even though the sleeper for me
I
is
want to argue with you, but I have no argument for you. So because I
I
don't know
would
who's
say
defensive player of the year, because you could
actually
give it to Hendrickson.
I was
They
just about
could,
to
they
say
could. I
you
just,
could give it to
you
Hendrickson.
could give it to Henderson, but I think the problem is their defense, just rating
Is
wise,
ass.
was so bad that
Yeah,
I've never seen a guy win that with a bad defense. He's an all time player.
Yeah.
Well, currently, I mean, he's
Oh,
playing
he
like
had
an
an
all
all
time,
time
but
season.
he had an all time season. But their defense, their secondary stunk. The line stunk. Well,
Stunk.
except for him. Yeah, he's an anomaly in that. But also, you got to look at Miles Garrett too. Miles Garrett could be DPOY this year, but he
Hmm.
also plays on a bad defense. So it's a weird year. But I think the safe pick is PS2, and PS2 earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That being said, give me the Joel Embiid of the NFL. Give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. Let's get to the NFC.
The Joel
Vikings.
Embiid, that is so apropos.
Is he not crying for an MVP too? Are they not doing the
No,
Who?
I
same?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree,
Are
but I don't
they-
think he. I don't think he's the MVP this year.
he's
I
not
would
the
go
MVP.
Saquon, then Lamar. But if you want to
Yeah.
go straight up quarterback, it'll be Lamar.
Yep. I'm rooting for the donkeys again. Hope they beat the Bills. That's real AFC West. Hey, I
Whoa,
respect
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa. I'll
I
never
respect it.
root for the donkeys.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, I gotta
Is
respect
that and
Dell
that's
for the
Marcellus.
for.
Marcellus, what are you doing? Like the Bills always have to lose. I'm
Yeah, but
sorry, the
he's a
Bills have to
Chiefs
win.
fan. He's a
Yeah,
I don't
Chiefs fan.
care. I don't care. You don't root for the Broncos. There's law. You don't root for the Broncos. Everybody wants the Broncos to lose in that division.
Yeah,
Dell,
I mean, everybody wants everybody
I
to lose in
respect you
that
being a
division.
hater.
but it does seem like the Broncos is everybody's like common
And I
enemy.
don't even like the Bills because I think they're overrated.
Yeah,
I think it's Josh Allen and nothing much else. An eye defense and nothing much else.
yeah. Um, Going to the NFC, the Rams are hosting the Vikings. This
Give me
is
the
a
Vikings.
very interesting matchup
No, give me the Vikings.
because I trust Sean McVay. I trust his coaching scheme to do even worse to the Vikings than what the Lions did. But I also know that the Lions have Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. And
And Aaron Jones and Cam Akers.
and Aaron Jones account. Yeah, oof.
And on their defense, and don't forget TJ Hawkinson too.
TJ Hawkinson's oof.
Hmm.
Woof. Um
Just because
Yeah,
they had
no,
a bad showing against the Lions,
yeah.
don't
yeah, I
mean
can't negate the 14 wins. I can't negate that. Like
yeah,
I
yeah. The
cannot
Rams,
negate the 14 wins. I think I'm comfortable
yeah.
saying the Vikings are going to win. It's going to be close. I think I'm comfortable saying the Vikings win this.
Mm, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a two-score game.
He says, I hate I get it, but I hate the Bills. I hate the Donkeys. Yeah, I mean, but you gotta think, bro, like for our lifetime, the rivalry clearly is
Hey,
Bills and Chiefs.
Marcel, I hope they both get AIDS. To be honest with you, if I'm just being
Yikes! My lord!
actually, I hope they both get cancer because AIDS. You got
Damn!
Discovery, you got Prep, you got all that. That's you know
You know what,
There's
man?
stuff
Let's
for
let's
AIDS
let's
right
let's
now.
let's let's move on.
My
Uh,
lord!
The
root for
Packers are playing
team
the Eagles.
cancer.
I'm gonna keep it real. The Packers might be the worst. What did they win? 11 games this year. They might be the worst 11 games team I've seen in my life. Fuck the
Think
Packers.
so?
I got the Eagles by a million.
I got the Eagles by even more than that.
Oh shit, yeah, man. The Commanders are traveling to Tampa. Dale, I want to go to this game, but it's just and look, you live just as far away from there as I do. It's going to Tampa. That's the issue, dog. I don't want to go to no damn Tampa.
I don't
No,
have a problem with going to Tampa because it's just I-4 for me. You
It
have to get
is.
on the turnpike to go all the way to San. You got a whole thing that you got to do.
I
Me,
do.
it's a
Turnpike to
straight shot.
60, Turnpike to 60, 60 to Parkway to I-4.
Exactly, bro.
I
Like,
make
come on.
that
Hey,
Then I got
boy,
to get the
all
I
the time.
four,
we all know he
and we
know.
know you know how to get there. Hell, you could find that
Yeah.
mom. Hey, listen, that boy could
Hey,
find Tampa like the. Remember when the three wise men found Jesus?
boy. Hey, dog.
He
I
could
know
Are
y'all.
find
you
him
in
like the
Tampa
three.
or St. Pete, Christian?
Tampa. My girl lives 5 minutes from the stadium.
Oh, she live
That
over there. Okay.
Yeah, that's just
ain't
a
that.
bit. Hey, no, that's just a bitch during
It,
season.
oh, yes,
'Cause,
it is. I
yo,
know. When I went to
traffic,
the Eagle game earlier this year,
bruh.
yes, it
The
is.
trap,
Hey,
the
big dog.
traffic.
I thought it
Stinks.
was close to. I thought that the stadium was close to St. Pete, wasn't it?
Nah,
No, no, no.
St. Pete, St. Pete
That's
over
the
the
Rays.
bridge. Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
St.
St.
Pete over
Pete.
the
that's
Yeah,
what I was
bridge.
saying. Yeah, I know St. Pete's
mm-mm.
over the bridge, but I thought
It's
it was
not.
right next to the
It's right
bridge.
outside
Nah,
of downtown. Like if you once you get through downtown I
I
four,
must be
you
thinking of the
just get
baseball stadium. There, that's what I'm sure
the
I'm thinking.
baseball stadium is right. Well, yeah.
It's
The
across.
right over the bridge, right?
It's over the exactly as soon
It's
as you
right
cross
over
over the
as
bridge.
soon as you get over the
Because
bridge. Yeah.
in the same parking lot as Raymond James is Steinbrenner Field.
Yep.
The same parking lot, same everything. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's literally right outside of downtown.
Okay.
Right outside of downtown.
Oh,
You
yeah. I'm tripping because I'm thinking of the stadium. I'm thinking
yeah,
of
yeah.
It's
You
kind
thinking
of
of
over
Ray
with.
Stadium. Yeah,
baseball.
you thinking of Ray
Or
Stadium.
well,
Mhm.
I don't know
where the
what's
Rays
more.
used to play because the roof
Yeah.
torn off. So,
I don't
but
know
anyway,
I don't know what stadium is more random, the Bucks or the Marlins.
The Marlins.
You think so?
Yeah, because the Marlins, like, yeah, the
what?
Orange Bowl was there, but what they built, it don't feel like a part of the neighborhood.
Fair enough.
It's just development. Like the
Yeah.
Orange Bowl was part of the neighborhood. They used to do like they used to do what do you call it?
It
Like
was part of the community.
it's part of the community. Yeah, they used to do all type of uh flea markets and everything out
I was
there.
surprised they could get it knocked down. To be
Yeah,
honest
same,
with you,
same. Well, or worse, have renovated it. They could have done that, but
nah, they wanted the Marlins Park too bad.
no,
So
I get it. Yeah, and when the Marlins played a pro player, it wasn't the same.
nah, it wasn't right.
But yeah, but either way, enough local stuff. I know we got listeners from all y'all have no idea what the hell we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. So just looking at everything, I think I'm going. Give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders in this one.
Ooh.
Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Because I think the next round we get all divisional matchups in the playoffs. Give me Vikings versus Lions. Give me Commanders versus Eagles.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah. Okay, you got the Bucks.
75. Let me do something for
Hey,
me.
you know what though? They are the number
I
three seed. They're
75.
a
Let me do something for you. Oh,
very
one
big
seven
sleeper.
five actually, but
Yeah.
let me do something for me. But yeah, I got Tampa. I got
Okay.
Tampa because
I got
Okay.
Tampa too.
That's fair.
I mean I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders won, but I just got a little bit more faith in Mike Evans and the boys,
I do.
and
I do.
Baker Mayfield and the
I
boys
understand.
who all have playoff
Playoff experience.
experience
Yeah.
even from last year. So
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty decent playoff performers too. So and Jaden Daniels, his first time being in the postseason, even though he's had a hellified rookie season, I don't
Yeah.
know if he can pull it out.
Is he the rookie of the year to you or Bo Nix?
Hell yeah, he's the rookie of the year.
Really?
He went 11-5. Bo Nix went 10-7.
Yeah.
One game. He went 11-6. Bo Nix went 10-7. It's one game.
And
Hey,
I
that
think
one
his
game
numbers are
count.
better too. I'm pretty
No,
sure
they
his
ain't
numbers are
that
better.
much off. They ain't that much off.
Well,
Let me
they're
see.
enough off.
All right. So uh this year, let's see. Bo Nix versus Jaden Daniels. All right. Jaden Daniels. Bo Nix had more passing yards. He beat him by 200. He had more touchdowns. He beat him 29 to 25. The passing yards were 37-75 to 35-68. Yards per attempt, Jaden Daniels had him 7.4 to 6.7. Um, Bo did throw three more picks, 12 to 9, and Bo was
Damn.
sacked 24 times to Jaden Daniels 47. Bo also had more completions and more attempts. But Jaden Daniels was 69% on completion percentage. Bo Nix was 66.3. It's a deadhead weight, but this is the separator, and this is probably what's
Yeah,
going to win it for me.
the
The
rushing
rushing.
is
The rushing,
rushing.
yeah. It's 891 to 430. With six rushing touchdowns to four. I think that's what's going to win Jaden Daniels, that, and the
Yeah.
fact that you can really say that the wins do come off of. And Bo Nix had a fantastic
Mm-hmm.
rookie season. I just think
Offensive
that
line too.
yeah,
Great
his
offensive
offensive
line.
line was better, and I think that uh, Bo Nix was able to rely on an all-world defense where he had deficiencies, even though his
Hmm.
deficiencies weren't that far off from Jaden Daniels. They still, it is. But I can't fault you as a player for your uh, general manager doing his job to build a great team. I can't fault you on that.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. Brock Bowers could also be rookie of the year. That's a good point too. He very much so could. He's an all pro this year. He probably is
No,
leading. Well, he's an all pro this year, bro. Not just a pro bowl. He's an
he
all
is.
he he
He
he,
is.
he was the
I
best
think he.
tight end in the game.
Maybe. Nah, they're not gonna give. They're not gonna give it a tight end uh that
Who's gonna
award
get it?
over a quarterback that has his team in the playoffs. No, he should
May
be.
he should be. Yeah, he should be. I think if he makes all pro, you'd be a fool to not give him rookie of the year. If
You
he's an
never
all
know.
pro, you can't not. He's an
You
all
know what?
pro.
You know what's probably gonna happen? It's probably gonna split a couple of the rookie of the years.
Maybe, maybe.
Like the AP rookie of the year might not be the same as
The like
and
Sports Illustrated, whatever the case may
yeah,
be,
sports
or
editor or
whatever,
whatever.
whoever does it. Yeah. Um. Okay, but yeah, if he's an All Pro, which he should be, he led tight ends and everything this year. Um. He should be an All Pro. So,
Hmm.
and I mean, hell, that's what it is. But yeah, so that's our picks for the beginning of the playoffs. I personally have all divisional rematches in the second round. Christian said he has the Bucks winning. Dale has the Bucks winning against the Commanders. We all had the Eagles. And did we all go Vikings or Rams? Or did somebody pick the Rams?
Nobody picked the Rams.
Okay, going with the
Nard
Nobody
ain't,
picked
Vikings.
Rams.
Nard ain't here. Nobody
Yeah,
picked the
Narnia.
Rams.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, man. So that's what it is. That's our coverage of the NFL play. But also before we finish with the NFL, real quick, Black Friday / Tuesday, firings.
It's Black Monday.
Or Black Monday, I say. Black Monday / Tuesday. Mm, um, Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce are not head coaches in the NFL anymore.
Hmm.
Um,
Kind of saw that coming, unfortunately.
I saw it coming, but and initially I did say, I was talking in the Discord. I said that I understood why Mayo got fired because look, when you lose the number one seed and go down to like fourth or fifth, whatever they are, yeah, that probably could get you fired. And I do agree with that sentiment, but I do still think that there's something to be said about the level of leeway that black head coaches are afforded versus white head coaches. There's something to
True.
be said there, and I don't care for it. I think that it is flat out wrong. And same thing with Antonio Pierce, man. I mean, shoot, yes, he had a bad team, but you still led and were able to do it what you had, bro. Like, who was they starting quarterback for y'all? Who was y'all starting quarterback this year?
Who?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner
Adrian
Minshew was
O'Connell or Gardner Minshew?
No,
exactly,
Gardner was y'all starter, and then he got hurt. So then it was Aiden O'Connell.
exactly. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? And you lost Devontae Adams. I, I just don't see where firing him was the right thing to do. You got to let these coaches get a 3-year window to build, unless you lose every game in a season. You got to give coaches 3 years to be able to build something. Then
True.
about a third year, you ain't in the playoffs or like right, a technicality kept you out, then fine.
I
But
don't know how you don't fire the GM,
thank
especially the
you.
Giants. I
Thank
mean,
you.
us not to get it off on the Raiders because the Raiders you have to fire Telesaro if you're gonna fire Pierce because there's no reason that you can tell me that Pierce did a bad job with the talent that was given to him, but Telesaro did a good job of recruiting that said talent. That
Yes.
it
Thank
just
you.
doesn't make
The apples
sense.
don't add up.
Yeah,
Um, it doesn't add up. I don't get it. I think that, well, I do get it, but I don't think that you can justify it with anything. Losing the number one seed or the number one pick in the draft is an excuse to execute what I feel like you already were going to do. But
No.
he also had
And
issues with press conferences. Talking about Gerard Mayo, he also had issues with press
bro,
conferences. He also had issues with his coaching staff. He had a lot of things that he had that were counting against him. But I also think for a first year head coach, you're expecting a lot if you expected all those things to go right the first year. They're not. Where's the learning curve for
what?
it's almost like being a black head coach. It feels like you have to learn the learning curve from being an assistant or a coordinator versus being in the seat. Once you're in the seat, it is what it is. And I'm sorry. But if you think that the answer in New England is Mike Vrabel's a lot of things. But Mike Vrabel also had a Hall of Fame running back mask a lot of issues with that team. And as soon as that team or as soon as Derrick Henry was checked out as far as being trying to build a winner, you saw Mike Vrabel ended up being as a head coach. I just don't see it. Not with this roster. I don't see how he's successful. And I'm sorry, but this is not a fix in 1 year thing. When Belichick left, they left it depleted. You traded Matt Judon in the offseason. Um, you lost another player to blood clots and something. I forget. There's a lot of things that were counted against Gerard Mayo that I just don't think he was given a fair share to have 9 months to do something.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't see that. So it was bullshit to me. Also, Doug Peterson is out in Jacksonville, but
Oh,
somehow
that's
they
too.
retained their GM. Again, to quote Zendel, you can't have an issue with how I'm performing with this team and then say I'm doing a great job recruiting this team.
Yup.
It's just not. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, you can't keep one and then keep then fire the other.
Yeah.
Except for I would say the Giants. I can see why I kept Dayball because he is a great coach. He's a
He
great
is.
offensive mind, and
Right.
he's a good head coach. But
And you have
I'm
evidence of doing
I'm
something
booting
like
Joe
getting rid of
Sean.
Saquon.
I'm getting rid of Joe Shane. I am booting his ass
Mhm.
like a cartoon, like Goofy, just yeah, hoo, 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 like he's getting up out of my office.
Yeah.
But John Morris said he didn't want to keep going through coaches, and going through GMs.
And he
So
shouldn't.
that's why he's keeping them.
And Joe Judge
But
is also, there's a positive to it. Joe Judge produced one of the better defenses in the league in the Giants. So, or not Joe
Joe
Judge, but
Judge ain't
I
there.
keep not Joe Judge.
Brian Dayball.
Brian Dayball has produced one of the better defenses in the league. I don't know why I kept saying Joe Judge. I've been saying that all week. What
He
the fuck?
was their head coach
Yeah, I just
a
don't know why
while
I keep
ago.
referring to him all year. I know it's Dayball. Anywho, but yeah, man, I mean, still, like they have upside. So yes, you do keep Dayball. And I think those players really do love Dayball as well. Their issue is you gotta find a quarterback. That's their issue. You gotta find a quarterback. So, whatever it is on that. Jacksonville, Shad Khan has also said that he will consult the players, but he's not going to have a situation like Aaron Rodgers, where Aaron Rodgers, and he said this verbatim, where Aaron Rodgers chose his quarterback, and it's not going to be that. Um, I don't know what the point in saying that was, or a 25-year-old kid you just paid $250 million. I don't know what the point of that was, but whatever. I guess if you want to establish yourself as a dominant owner, that's cool. But regardless, whatever coach is coming in is going to have to realize he's not playing in front of Jacksonville until 2027 or 28 because they're getting ready to go to Orlando. So I don't really, I don't really, you know, I don't know, whatever on that. Um, outside of that situation, I think that's all the firings that have happened in the league. And then it looks as if we're recording on Tuesday, Mike McCarthy is going to be without a contract as of
Next week.
next week.
I
So
saw on
is it
NFL Live it was next week. That's what they said on
okay?
NFL Live.
I thought it was tomorrow. Um,
I thought it was tomorrow too, but
yeah.
NFL Live said it's next week.
So
He's a
okay.
free agent.
So he'll be a free agent, and he was denied the opportunity to interviewed for the Chicago Bears job by the Dallas Cowboys, which I don't
It's
know if
weird.
Jerry Jones is being petty and not allowing it or he's going to retain him. But if you're going to retain, Jerry Jones does do a lot of weird things. He doesn't really get into signing deals until when he deems fit. But I don't think that that's going to keep working for him as an owner. And he's also said that he's returning as GM. Surprise, surprise there. Um, Whatever. I mean, the dude can pick. He knows how to put together a team. I don't think we've ever looked at the Cowboys as of at least the last 8 years and said they ain't talented. It's just they're the Cowboys. And Cowboys things just happen to the Cowboys. So, it is what it is on that. Before we get out of here, just want to run down the NBA standings real quick, and then we'll be out of this joint. Let me see here. Let's get to it. Let's get to it tonight. Oh, Trey Young with a 2020 game, 24 points and 20 assists. In the East, the number one seeds, the Cavaliers, are 31-4, followed by the Celtics, the Knicks, and then the Magic, despite missing both Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. They're still fighting for number 4. The Bucks are right behind them at 18-16, a slow start in the beginning of the season, but they are revving up after winning the NBA Cup. The Pacers round out the top 6 seeds at 19-18. In the play-in currently is the Pistons, the Hawks, the Heat, and the Bulls.
Oh,
In the
why didn't hear you say my team's name?
I did. I said the Magic are number 4. I just
Oh,
talked about
my fault.
missing Paolo in it. Yeah,
My fault. My
just talking
fault.
about
My
that.
fault. My fault. My fault.
In the West, the Thunder are the number 1 seed, followed by the Houston Rockets. Ime Udoka should be coach of the year. The Grizzlies. Hey, look, man, the jaw effect, baby. He was the missing piece. They are 24-13. Uh, you know, death, taxes, and Joker being the best player in the league are just things that are guaranteed at this point. Um, the Mavericks are
Also,
injury riddled, but sitting at. Oh, go ahead, Christian. My bad.
for everyone who counted out Russell Westbrook, y'all
Yes,
can
yes, 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 yes,
fuck
yes.
y'all.
Fuck
Okay,
y'all. Yep.
big like two
Big
middle
fuck y'all.
fingers. Facts, yeah.
Hmm.
Don't count my
Um,
dog out.
yeah, man. The Mavericks are sitting in the 5th seed and 21-16. I imagine that to go up and down just with missing Kyrie and Luca for the foreseeable future. The Lakers, after a heartbreaking loss against the said Mavericks, despite missing Luca and Kyrie tonight, are in the 6th seed in 2016. The Clippers are opening up the play-in at 20-16, followed by the Timberwolves, the Warriors, and the Spurs. Um, Look, as far as basketball goes, I've been watching a lot. The Nuggets are masking a lot of deficiencies as a team, despite Joker being the best player in the league. But I do think it's coming together for them. I think their issue is they're still trying to find their identity post championship, losing the pieces they did, and it's starting to swing their way kind of this year. Joker is just an incredible, incredible player. But Ime Udoka, man, what he's getting out of this roster and these young boys to be the number 2 seed in the West, behind the Thunder, God bless. God bless,
Mm,
dog. Yeah, he's
God bless.
clearly. I mean, he's coming off a finals run in 22, um, running from his home in 22 as well. But that's a whole nother conversation. And to be back in good graces, doing this thing, man, you got to salute him. And that's really, really what I got on that. In the East, the Cavs, man, I want to believe them. I do. I really want to believe them. I want to believe this team, but I just don't. I do not. I will say that if you don't have Ime Udoka as your coach of the year, then you should look obviously no further than Kenny Atkinson. What he's done to turn this team from where they were last year, a 5th seed, into a 4-loss seed, going nearing All Star break in about a month. That's impressive. Very, very impressive. And um, he's got Donovan Mitchell to buy in. Evan Mobley looks incredible. Jared Allen's back to hooping how he was. And I mean, shoot, this team's just balling, bro. This team is really, really balling. Um, But yeah, I'm very impressed with what's going on in the NBA currently. Deb, you've been watching a lot of basketball. Or Chris, you've been watching a lot of basketball.
Hell no, I've been watching
Um,
football.
Did.
I watched a little basketball. Last game I watched was the Spurs versus. I watched the Lakers on Christmas Day. I watched the Spurs on Christmas Day, and then I watched the Spurs that week. I can't remember who they played, but they balled out. Wimby had the Knicks, Spurs and Knicks, and Wimby had that. Was it a 40 ball?
Yeah. He put up 40 something against them on Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I
Yeah.
saw him later on the weekend. Oh no, I saw that 2020 game. That was last week. Yeah.
No, that damn near every year. Hey, you know, Wimby, man, I know he's a project and they're figuring it out.
He ain't a
But
project.
no, project as far as like what he's going to be in this league. Like,
Well, yeah, we don't know exactly what he's going to be, but
yeah,
we
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah,
seeing
yeah.
kind
No,
of
no, this
a
is a really good project. I ain't saying he tried. No. This
no.
is an actual project. This is maybe project's not the right word. He's got untapped potential. Uh, you know. But I don't know, man. It's just something about the way that the Spurs are playing. I think that they're one more score away from being a really big threat in the West. They do need another, especially a perimeter score. But I don't like him sitting on that three ball, man. I know that's the old man on the porch. I get that he has the skill, but man, that shit pisses me off. It really
Agreed.
pisses me off. But yeah, hey Chloe, what you say? Best team in basketball. I know your Cavs. Look, man, y'all all right. They not bad. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe it, man. I don't. I don't believe I believe that y'all are gonna win a lot of games in the regular season. Do I think you're a threat to the Celtics? No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think y'all are a threat to the Celtics. I don't. I think that y'all play great team ball, but you don't have a you have an all-star, two, but you don't have a guy who I believe that if one of them were to go out, that this whole nucleus could ride his back until he got back. I don't see that for y'all, and I think that honestly, in a lot of teams that are in the top of both the East and the West, they have that. With the exception of the Thunder, I think the Thunder are in the same place as y'all because I think that as great of a team as the Thunder are, I don't know that Chet is there yet to be that. If SGA goes down, I don't see it yet. But again,
No.
this is just one person perspective. I don't see
Yeah,
that with
but
them as
like,
of yet.
but okay. See, like if Shea goes down, it's like a football team losing their quarterback. They going to hell. I mean, they could tread water in the regular season, but they ain't gonna do nothing in the postseason without Chet.
Right,
I mean,
right,
without shot.
right.
So you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I think they're doing good for themselves with
Mm-hmm.
Chet have going down. What did
Mm-hmm.
Chet have again? What did he tear?
Shoot. Let me check. Hold on one second.
Anyways, I know he's supposed to be back sometime this month. I think.
Chet's injury update is he hurt his hip.
Okay, here his hit.
Yeah, which I mean, as a big man, that's your base. You need that.
Yeah, that's true.
Every
And
basketball
he's
player
frail
needs it,
too.
but yeah, he's a frail guy.
He's
So
frail too.
yeah,
So they gonna keep coming for that hip then,
yeah,
because remember he already had a broken foot, and that might
yeah,
have something to do with it too. But you
yeah.
know,
True, true. But look again. It's very early in the season. Teams are figuring out who they are now, and they're gonna obviously make the improvements they need to with free agents as well as the trade deadline. But uh, for what they are, the Thunder are a very complete team. If they do complete this Cam Johnson trade, watch out. Watch out for the rest of the West. If they complete this Cam Johnson trade, okay, now you have the second guy that I'm talking about that can and they have guys, don't get me wrong. But at this point, it's just a continuous motor because shooting's really all they missing. And he opens that up for them. Deep shooting, I should say, is all they missing. He really opens that up for them. But I'm really happy with what I see from the Knicks. The Knicks, mm, This is what happens when you let basketball guys do basketball work and build a basketball team. This is what happens. And I'm not saying just a bunch of fill, or not a bunch of fill, but just a bunch of filler. I genuinely mean when I say this is what happens when basketball minds build a team, this is how it's done. You look at what's the in the East that you're competing against, and you go out and do exactly what it takes to build something for that, to build an answer for that. Um, and look, with a disappointment like the Sixers have been, this is nothing for them to just slide up in the rankings and take that potentially number 3 seed in the East and be comfortable where y'all going. Because Philly, I just don't see it for Philly. They're starting out on a very bad foot, and with two older guys who are injury prone, it's very hard to catch yourselves back up. Granted, they are what 6 games from being 500, so it's not out of the realm possibility. But I don't think that they become an elite team because they didn't start out well. Um, I think Indiana's still fool's gold. The Pistons are young. We always see a young team in the East that we get a young team that wins enough games to get in the playoffs. We
I don't
saw it
think
with the
Indiana's
Hawks.
fool's gold. They
I
not
don't see it with
fool's
them.
gold.
I don't see it with them. I don't think that
They
run
might
they
be
had to
9
the
carats, but
ECF.
they ain't fool's gold.
Okay, cool. They're fine. But that
They
run they
are
had to the
a top
ECF,
6 put. I
mm-mm.
think they're a top 6 uh postseason team. But
I
anything
think the
more than
Hawks
that, I
over.
don't
I think
believe.
the Hawks overtake them. I think the 6 that we have right now, I think that's going to be the 6 that we end up with. The only difference is the Hawks, I believe, are going to overtake them in the standings.
They might. You might be
I
right
do.
on that.
Now, could
Because
they be seven, eight,
I
maybe right
like the way
outside?
Ricochet and
I
Young
love the
and
way the Hawks are playing right now.
Jalen Johnson. Well, not Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Johnson. Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
What's my boy name that they got from that's a defensive demon, that the light skinned bro
Jalen
that they
Johnson.
got. Oh, it is Jalen Johnson.
Jalen
Okay,
Johnson. Yeah.
Jalen
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep. And he
yeah. They
took
was
over for what
interviewing
they
his
thought they were going to
parents.
get out of Capella.
They were interviewing his
Mm-hmm.
parents,
And he dunked on
he
him.
dunked,
Yeah.
and his pop
Yeah. He does. Oh,
jumped out his skin.
shit. No. That's how you supposed to do as a dad. By the way,
Yeah,
Black Sports Dads, we here, baby. We here,
yeah.
baby. We
You
here,
see
baby.
it.
Um, yeah, man. But I mean, they're a really good team, and you know what I like the most about them? They play very unscared, and I think that they got Trey to buy in to whatever he had to buy in personally, where it was looking like he was nearly on his way out, and they just play real tough. They remind me this year of how tough the just talking toughness, not the makeup of the team, but how tough Minnesota played last year. And yes, they've taken a step back just with this whole Randall thing. I think they really do got to figure out to get a power forward there to fill in that void. You can't fill in Cat's void, obviously. Cat's damn near the league MVP right now. But um you got to do something to make up for that because Randall is slowing this team down a lot. And it's not clicking the way that um you would hope so. He really isn't. So I don't know. I don't know what happens with them, but we'll see. Um, Nelson says my Pacers of the 2021 Hawks take is being right now. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. They didn't improve the roster. They did the same thing that the Hawks did not do. They did not improve the roster. So I agree with you there. Nelson says fuck the Hawks, but Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels are who they are. That's what we were saying. Yeah, man. Like they're playing well. I mean, Trey Young is playing like an all NBA
And
point
why
guard
is it F the Hawks, man? Come
because of that
on,
Knicks
man. Get
Hawks thing.
over
That
that.
that, that Knicks
Yeah,
Hawks
it's
thing.
not a Knicks Hawks rivalry because they keep getting y'all the hell up out of here. So there is no rivalry.
I mean, can you say that as a Magic fan though? Getting the hell
Why
out?
I can't? Why I can't? Knicks ain't never got us up out of there. I mean, we've
No.
lost to them this season, but they ain't never got us up out of
Well,
there.
y'all beat them yesterday, so yeah, it's true. It's true. It's
So
true.
welcome to Atlanta, where the players
I
play
would
in.
like to see if y'all are fully healthy, a Magic and Knicks uh playoff series would be interesting. Be very interesting. It's not a rivalry; they just corny. I mean, look, corny or not, they do play tough. They play
Yeah,
tough.
they play
That's
like
all.
dice.
You can't say shit. That's all I'm saying. It's 3-1. You can't. Hey,
We talk about
and
the
Trey
one this
Young
year.
6-20. Hey, look, man, look. All I know is,
Now, see, he
uh,
had to research it. You see how tight he is.
look, but
What is he in the
I
postseason though, Nelson?
6-20. He just said in his career. That's the
No,
four, and then the
no.
2 wins.
Oh well,
Hey, it
you
is
got
what it
something up
is.
out of there.
Hey, I tell you what, play him next year. I can't wait till Nelson comes on after football season. Yeah, boy, yeah. Anyways,
Ooh wee.
let's get it out of here with the Jimmy thing, man. With the Jimmy situation. Dale, what's your take on this Jimmy Butler situation, man?
Um, we know how Jimmy Butler can get down in a playoff in a situation where he doesn't want to be at anymore. With what we heard about he still got farther than the Knicks ever have in the last 20 years because y'all haven't gotten to a conference finals. So relax. But anyways, Jimmy Butler. We know with the story with G.F.T talking about what happened in Minnesota. We know what that did to oh
Okay,
man.
look, I didn't expect
All
the
right,
belly button.
all right.
That's
I'm gonna stop reading Nelson's because he's knocked me off my train of thought. Jimmy Butler, we know how he gets down. We're hearing the stories that players like Jeff Teague has told us how he conducted himself after we understood the after he didn't want to be in Minnesota anymore.
yep.
And you're seeing that he's trying to conduct himself like that because Miami won't give him the extension. So now he's acting out in Dade County, and Pat Riley ain't putting up with that bullshit. So since he's not,
Mhm.
it's going the other way, as Marlo once said to the security guard. You want it one way, it's the other way, and that's what Pat Riley telling them. So it's you're not gonna move around. If Miami doesn't see a good trade value, they'll let you go on free agency.
Oh, 100%. They're not going to lose. They're not going to lose because they know that they can always attract players. And I mean, look, obviously the quick answer is Bradley Beal getting traded for him, but
I'm fine in Cuba, you not.
I, I obviously the good trade is you got to make a play for Bradley Beal. I would assume, but
As soon as they find out you Boricua, they gonna put you with some plantains, some habichuela, some arroz, and you gonna be
I,
up out of here.
I'll say that I think that the way that they have to be the way this has gone down is nothing. Yo. All right, bro. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Hey, man. Shout out to all our brothers in the union. Mid Carters and caterers. Show your work. Hanging with the crew. Y&M.
Hey,
What's up, baby?
hey
Yo, man.
Nelson,
Every
I'm gonna tell him I'm Celia Cruz's great grandson and walk around saying "Azúcar."
Look, man, every week, tap in with our brothers. You know what I'm saying? We always got content, the union, baby, the one and only. You can't stop it. 2025, lock in. But yeah, man. I mean, I just think that the way that this is going down is no different than how things were going down with Jimmy before. I know people are saying, oh, Pat's wilding, but I don't really think so. I mean, look, okay. I'm pro player. I am, but I'm also not pro player to the point where I just think anything should just be allowed. I'm sorry, but I don't. I do think there's decorum that has to be had with this. Yes, Jimmy took them to two finals. Yes, he did.
He did.
I'm not knocking it. I think that those two finals trips, um,
But
are
Jimmy,
I think those two finals trips secured him into the Hall of Fame, in the basketball Hall of Fame.
I agree with you, but I think the difference is, into Pat Riley's Hall of Fame, you got to do what Matt to Chuck did. That the gentleman that I'm looking at in this photo where he's at,
Mm-hmm.
you
You got
have
to
to
win
do
it.
that part
You got to win it. You got to win it.
exactly.
You have to win it.
Because it don't
See,
mean nothing if you
I
don't
ain't
win it.
impressed with trips. I'm impressed with chips. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And I
That's
think
real.
that for Jimmy,
That's a bar, and
if
that's
you're
real.
hey, man. um, I think that for Jimmy, if he were 30 years old, you could demand this reset. Dog, you 35.
Hmm.
And you're not even averaging 20 anymore. You don't have the same leverage no more because what we were going to get out of you, you ran into better teams. You did not win. There was no chance in hell y'all were beating the Lakers, and there was no chance in hell that y'all were beating the Nuggets. It was
Nope.
not happening.
Nope.
You got what you got, and what you got was who gots. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got.
I won't say
no,
Ugats because they did put a banner up. They did win the East. I
no,
mean,
no, 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 no. When I say who got, you ain't got no ring.
that's true.
It don't mean a thing without the ring.
True, true, true.
You ain't get it. So you don't have the same leverage as a champion. And look, you can bring up the LeBron thing. He- mm, he's LeBron James, but no one has ever been bigger than the logo in any team ever. Even Michael Jordan. You not uh this is no different than um
Can you tell your wife I said
when
bless you?
bless you. This is no different than when you know LeBron wanted to bring everybody and have Mav and Rich and all them on the team plates. No, dog, this is work. Hey, yo, big dog, you got one more. This is no big, but yeah, getting see Nelson said, "Come on, bro, stop playing with us, man." But anywho, Jimmy Butler is a trade is going to be funny because regardless, he's 35, acting like he's 25. And he's an S tier rental, maybe a 2 year winner. You are not Kevin Durant. This is not that 35. Kevin Durant is hey
No.
yo, Kevin Durant
Give her some
is
Robitussin or
different.
something.
Kevin Durant is a different 35.
No, that's true.
30. He's a MVP candidate. Long as they win
He
55
is.
games and he does what Kevin Durant does, he's the league MVP.
He
Okay?
is.
You ain't that.
No,
17.6
you are
points a
not.
game. Look, I love him.
I thought it was 18 in a triple double, but anyway, or 18 in like 7 and
18.
8.
Look. I get it, but that is the hardest working 17 points a game. I'm not paying 50 million for that. No,
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 he
it
don't
ain't
want 50. He
happening.
want 60. He want the
You are
max.
not getting 60 million, 50. No, you might get a smooth 35. You might could flex 40 in 3 years. You might could get a 3 year because it's not what it used to be. So you can get a 3 year, 40 million a year contract at most.
Maybe
You are
42.
35 and you're not averaging over 20 anymore. It's not happening. I'm sorry. The
He's not
window's closed.
35. He's 36, ain't he?
Okay, you're 36 and you're averaging 17.6 a game. You don't have that leverage no more. You don't. You cashed out when the cashing was good in 2019 when you left the situation you should have stayed at in Philly. You did that then. And look, the year after, y'all went to the finals. Cool. But you ran into arguably the best or second best player of all time. Sorry. Wasn't going to happen in the last bit of his prime. Sorry. It wasn't going to happen. And then you ran into the best player in the league and it wasn't even close. Sorry. It wasn't going to happen. It just did not happen. Now you can blame a lot of things. Hey, maybe they had Dame, we talking about a championship. Maybe had they had who no, not Bradley Beal. Maybe had they been able to get Kevin Durant or get Giannis, we talking about a championship. But it didn't happen. So it is what it is. Sorry. But anywho, we got a lot more, lot more NBA coming up. We got a great game on right now as we're closing out. Boston and Denver are trading heavyweight blows. But shoot, man, welcome back, man. It's 2025. We'll see y'all next week. We out. Peace.
Peace.